Hi everyone, welcome to Avision Institute and I welcome you all to our YouTube channel. Welcome to Daily Dose of Vocabulary based on the Hindu editorials, and like every day I'm again here with top 10 vocabulary words based on the Hindu editorials. So let's see what is our motivational line for today. So for today our motivational line is: the beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you. So yes, this is absolutely true. We all should know this. Those who are not in learning or not in this profession, not in this field, they are not going to understand what learning is, right? So this is such a beautiful thing. Why? Because if you gain this knowledge, if you gain the knowledge of learning, nobody can take it from you, right? It is just yours. So nobody can take it away from you. Right, so with this motivation, let us start our session. Let us see what is our first vocabulary word for today. So, the first vocabulary word for today is subvert. So, we know that subvert is a very commonly used word. It is a verb. In Hindi, it means palat dena, or in English, you can say the undermine the power and authority of a system or institution. So, if you are undermining, that means you are changing the power or authority of a system or an institution. That is called subvert. Synonyms can be destabilize, unsettle, overthrow, depose. Antonyms can be dignify, exalt, honor, ameliorate. These can be the antonyms. How to use it in a sentence? Smith was sentenced to 14 years for plotting to subvert the government. So Smith was plotting. That means Smith was, planning to subvert the government. That means he was planning to harm the government. Anything against the government he was planning. So that is why he was sentenced to, that means he was sent to 14 years jail. Right, our next vocabulary word for today is astute. Astute is an adjective. In Hindi, it means chatur, that means a very clever person. In English, you can say marked by practical, hard-headed intelligence, right? Very intelligent person. That person is called an astute. Synonyms can be shrewd, sharp-witted, razor sharp, acute. These can be the synonyms. Antonyms can be stupid, unknowing, dull, knave, slow. These can be the antonyms. How to use it in a sentence? Because of his astute nature, it is very hard to trick the politician with any gimmick. So the politician was very astute. That means he was very clever person. He was very wise. So that is why we could not fool him with any gimmick, right? With any kind of ideas. New ideas or any kind of trick. You cannot mold him with any trick, right? That is called gimmick. Our next vocabulary word for today is frivolous. Frivolous is an adjective. In Hindi, it means tuchh, or in English, you can say not having any serious purpose or value. That is a frivolous. Synonyms can be flippant, glib, waggish. Antonyms can be serious, practical, important. These can be the antonyms. Now, how to use it in a sentence? When Jane gave me a frivolous apology, I was unimpressed by her fake sincerity. So Jane gave me a frivolous apology. That means Jane gave me a valueless apology. That means it doesn't have any meaning. So I was unimpressed by her fake sincerity. That means she was not at all serious, right? She was not at all sincere, but she was faking it, right? That is called frivolous attitude. So this is our first idiomatic expression for today. Our first idiomatic expression for today is find one's feet. So what do we mean by that? To adjust or settle into a new environment or situation. So if you want to adjust or settle in a new environment or in a new situation, that is when we use this idiomatic expression, that is find one's feet. Right. So let's see what is the usage. How is the usage in a sentence? I have only been at the new company for a month, so I'm still finding my feet. That means I'm still trying to get used to with this company, because this is it's just a month that I have joined, so I am still finding my feet. Right. That is called finding one's feet. Our next vocabulary word is inimical. Inimical is an adjective. In Hindi, it means virodhi, or in English it means unfriendly or hostile. Synonyms can be hostile, unfriendly, antagonistic, unkind. Antonyms can be friendly, warm. These can be the antonyms. How to use it in a sentence? The dog and cat are inimical to each other. That means the dog and cat, we all know that dog and cats are very unfriendly with each other, right? So they are not at all friendly with each other. That is called the dogs and cats are inimical to each other. Our next vocabulary word is detente. Detente, we have done it many times, and this is a very commonly used word now. At least you must have been used to with this word, as I have used this word many times in my vocabulary sessions. Um, it is a noun. In Hindi it means samjhota karna, or in English you can say the easing hostility or strained relationship. That means if any relationship is strained, you are trying to ease that relationship, you are trying to bring peace out of that relationship, especially between countries. In this detente word is especially used for countries, right? So I mean countries who are at war, we use this word for them. Synonyms can be agreement, peace, amity, concord. These can be the synonyms. Antonyms can be disruptive, antagonism, antipathy, hostility. These can be the antonyms. Now, how to use it in a sentence? The talks are aimed at furthering detente between the two countries. तो ये जो बातचीत चल रहा था ये किसके लिए हो रहा था? It was aimed at the furthering detente. That means between the two countries हम लोगों को peace लाना था. That is why we were talking, and that is why we were trying to bring further the detente between the two countries. So our next vocabulary word is annihilate. This is also a very commonly used word now. It is a verb. In Hindi, it means sanhar karna, or in English, you can say to destroy some things completely so that nothing is left. That means demolish everything, right? That is called annihilate. Synonyms can be destroy, wipe out, obliterate, eliminate. These can be the synonyms. Antonyms can be construct, create, guard, promote. These can be the antonyms. How to use it in a sentence? Hopefully the medicine will annihilate the bacteria because causing bacteria causing my throat infection. So the bacteria that is causing my throat infection, that I have an infection in my throat, so that is caused by a bacteria. I hope the medicine will kill the bacteria completely. That is what is called annihilate the bacteria. Our next vocabulary word is elation. This is also a very commonly used word. It is a noun. In Hindi, it means utsaha, or a state of extreme happiness or excitement. That is called elation. Synonyms can be happiness, exhilaration, joy, joyousness. These can be the synonyms. Antonyms can be depression, despair, gloom, sorrow. These can be the antonyms. How to use it in a sentence? After graduation, there was a feeling of elation amongst all the graduates. So, amongst all the graduates, after graduation, there is a feeling of extreme happiness, right? That is called the feeling of elation. So, that is elation. So, our next idiomatic expression for today is bury one's head in the sand. What do you mean by that? To refuse to think about or confront serious issues or situations. So, if you refuse to confront, that means you don't want to talk about some serious issue or some serious situations. That is when you are burying your head in the sand. So, let's see the usage. Martin just buries his hand in the sand when it comes to his financial problems. So Martin is very reluctant in dealing with his financial problems, right? Whenever we ask him about his financial problems, he starts burying his head in the sand. That means he starts avoiding it. He really avoids his financial talking about his financial problems. Right. Our next vocabulary word is lofty. So lofty is an adjective. In Hindi, it means buland, or in English, you can say it great and worthy of praise. That means something that is worth to be praised, right? Synonyms can be tall, high, giant, towering. Antonyms can be dwarfish, short, petty, modest. These can be the antonyms. How to use it in a sentence? The football players have set a lofty goal in their bid to win all their home games this year, right? That is called lofty. Our next vocabulary word is klitsch. Klitsch is a noun. It means sadharan baat, right? Or a word or phrase used excessively. That means something you are using excessively. That means you are overusing that, right? That is called klitsch. Synonyms can be trite, platitude. Antonyms can be animating. How to use it in a sentence? Come up with something new because your argument is just a klitsch I have heard 1,000 times. So please tell me something new, because your argument, I have heard the same argument of yours 1,000 times. I have heard this and it has become old for me. I'm used to it. Tell me something new. That is called klitsch. Okay, our last vocabulary word for today is dodder. Dodder is a verb. It means dagmagana, or in English you can say tremble, typically because of old age. If you become old and you tremble while you're walking because you have become so weak, that is called dodder. Synonyms can be stumble, stagger, sway, lurch. Antonyms can be steady, fix, stay, still, remain. These can be the antonyms. Now, how to use it in a sentence? The poor old man is beginning to dodder. That means the poor old man is so weak that when I mean he is starting to, he is beginning to dodder, right? Because he could not walk because of the old age, he became to tremble. Okay, our last idiomatic expression for today is at a crossroads, right? So what do we mean by that? To be at a point in your life when you need to make an important decision. Right, so you are at this point in life, in your life, when you need to make an important decision. That means you are at crossroads. So let's see how to use it in a sentence. I was at a crossroads when I was offered a job in the US, but my boyfriend wanted to stay in London. So I had to take a decision, because that is when I was in a point of life when I was going to take an important decision, right? So my boyfriend wanted to stay in London, but I got a job offer, good job offer from US. So I was in a dilemma. I have to make a decision right now, so this is an important decision, so I was at crossroads. Right, so guys, this was all about our top 10 vocabulary words and 3 idiomatic expressions. I hope you liked the session. If you like the session, do click on the like icon and comment in the video whatever you like, whatever you didn't like. And you can also share these videos with your friends and relatives if you think they need this kind of videos. And if you are new to our channel, if you are watching this video for the first time, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you get all the recent updates whenever a new video is posted. See you next day. Till then, take care. Goodbye.